All right, Healthy Debate Christmas special. Joined special guest Tommy Smokes, Kelly Keegs, and a very special guest comedian from Staten Island's own Eric D'Alessandro.
Hello. Wow.
I Don't Understand is the new comedy special now available on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Traveling the world, kind of tail end. This is the tail end of it.
Tail end of
the tour.
For that hour, that hour is done. Brand new hour. If you come see me, there's a whole new hour of stand up. That special is done.
Live tickets available at ericdalessandro.com. I will be at the St. George Theater on the 28th. 29th. Excited to come watch that.
You will be?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to be like in the crowd.
Yeah, I'm going.
He's
way better than that. He's way better. Those 5 minutes will be 5 hours. He's way better than that. But yeah, kind of wanted to do the round table type of thing again. We got some candy canes here, different topics to kind of healthy debate. Eric's very opinionated on a lot of things. I've been following him for a lot. I get a lot of enjoyment, different things he notices that are funny, so I'm excited about this one. I'll rip it right from the get-go. I think this is a double. Because Phil couldn't find the 6. This is the kind of crowd I'm working with.
Way to go,
Okay,
Phil.
well, that's Phil.
Way to be Phil.
For you.
Yeah, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Also, happy Hanukkah to those watching.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
No, it's night 3. Night
all
4?
right.
Yeah.
Worst present ever received as a kid on Christmas. I think I got this one. R.I.P. to my great aunt, but used to send folders and erasers every year for Christmas.
Ooh, that's tough.
I'm a fan of school supplies. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too.
Don't you like that aisle?
Yes. No, I love that aisle. It's the most fun. The erasers especially. There used to be so many funny erasers that you could stick on the bottom of your pencil, you know? I liked that a lot.
But I don't want that in December. Like, I want that
That's like
maybe a Labor Day present.
True,
Like
true.
going back to school.
Wait,
That's good stocking
from,
stuffer, though.
Is it from Santa or from a relative?
Well, Eric,
I
I
wrote-
have some bad news.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I'm saying, like, you said, wait, what'd you say it was from?
I said it was from a great aunt. So,
great aunt.
Yeah, well,
That's
worst present ever received
That's
as a
not
kid.
under the tree
Well, on
expecting
Christmas,
G.I.
yeah.
Right,
Joe, you get
exactly,
a
yeah.
folder.
That's fair. I did have to
know?
take a shot. I mean, nobody's safe here. The dead, the living, will take shots wherever we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, worst present. I don't think I remember opening things as a kid. They're definitely toys you didn't play with.
Yeah. I don't
But-
think I had a bad gift given to me. I think it's for 2 reasons. One is that whatever gift I was given, I was always taught to be like really thankful for it no matter what. Like if it sucks, you be thankful for it and whatever. And I think I got to the point where I just convinced myself that everything was nice and that the fact that I was even getting a gift was thoughtful, which was nice,
Right.
1. And 2, I just like everything. Like so if you get I'm an easy person to give gifts to because I like a lot of things and I'll always be interested in something. So if you give me something, even if it's not necessarily what I wanted, I'll find use for it, I feel.
That was very
That's
sweet.
kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's
and
not
like Rico
the
was
vibe.
like, let's talk shit about my dad.
Yeah, no, I would like to
So-
talk shit about a dead relative, but unfortunately,
my parents-
I'm
I
the
think it's
best
hard.
gift receiver
Did
that
you
there
ever
is.
open one under the tree and you're like, this sucks?
My parents got me
No.
gloves that were supposed to play the piano, and it just didn't work. I remember thinking this is the worst.
I've
gift
gotten a lot
ever.
of like
But you didn't know it
duplicate
when you
gifts.
opened it, though.
I was like, all right, this is, and I put them on and it didn't work, and I was like, this is.
Usually the worst gift you find out about Christmas, you usually find out like 28th when you start to get
Yeah, a couple days
through and
later,
you're like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you don't really,
My grandma would she eventually stopped sending because she's senile, but she would send me like a $5 bill in the mail. It's like, why don't you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
spit on my face, Tammy? Like, what am I gonna do with
It's like, why you bother?
$5?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And I'm also not a big fan of gift cards. I don't like being told I have to spend my money at this.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather, you want to give
I'm
me
with
a
you,
$50
actually.
gift card, give me a Visa card I could use anywhere, but like
Agreed.
$50 for a specific place.
It's also never the right amount for whatever you want. Like,
Yes.
say you want to get something and it's like $65, we have a $50 gift card, so you still have to end up spending $15 off
Yes.
your own. You got to add both the cards on the thing. It's a whole.
I'm just not a fan of bags. Just put it, wrap it. I'm not a fan of bags.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't like a
agreed.
bag? Yeah, yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, really?
I like wrapping
I'll
paper.
do a healthy mix of both,
You can
depending
see
on the shape
inside
of
of
the
it.
gift. True. Well, not
Just
if you
hand
put
me
the,
in a
not if you do
CVS bag.
the tissue paper correctly. Tissue
Yeah,
paper is important.
guys
in
aren't good
gifts.
at that. I can't
I
do
know
that.
they're not. I'm very good at wrapping.
I'm
I
really-
don't think I've ever wrapped a gift.
I was
just
pretty
hand
good.
it.
I'm good at wrapping paper.
Never
I'm not good at
wrapped a
the
gift?
bag.
Just
Tommy?
like hand it off.
What about like for your parents? You just hand
I
them
usually
their
just hand it
gifts?
to them.
What about one of the ladies you bring home?
Yeah,
They don't
what?
get Christmas gifts.
Damn, that's tough. No ladies getting smokes for Christmas. Never wrapped a gift. That feels crazy.
Pretty good.
Let's see what this one says. When do you open presents? I love this one. Christmas Day or
Ooh.
Christmas Eve?
This has changed for me over the years. It used to be Christmas Day only, no exceptions, like absolutely not. Now, and that was when it was like, Santa, whatever. And because we would wake up in the morning. My parents also would never wrap the Santa gifts, but they would wrap the gifts from themselves to us,
you're one of
So we'd
those.
come downstairs and there'd be all the gifts everywhere from Santa, but then there'd be a few things to open from my parents,
Right.
which I liked. Now everything is wrapped because there's no Santa, and we all just go around in a circle and like do one each. That happened like as an adult. And we do, I would say, half of them the night before now. Because we get home from my Nana's house, we're drinking a little, we're snacking, and we're like, you know what, let's put on a movie and let's open some gifts.
I think like significant
nice.
others,
It's
when I
lovely.
started dating seriously, like Christmas Eve, it was, all right, let's change Christmas Eve. Especially if there's something, she gets a nice watch, you get a piece of jewelry, you can wear it to
of course, you wear it to the
Christmas
day.
Oh, the girl you
yeah.
date and you would do Christmas
Yeah,
Eve.
but as a
definitely,
day,
definitely.
Christmas Day, you're opening presents.
It's got to be
from
Christmas
Santa.
more.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to like Christmas Eve, go to my aunt's house, and like that's when I got like gifts
sure.
from my aunts, grandmas, cousins, stuff like that. But like my the gifts from Santa, I wake up,
You wake
whatever, 25th
gotta be.
morning.
Yeah.
and
Santa
that's-
was
Yeah.
always,
Healthy
Santa gifts
debate.
were always
It is such an
awesome.
amazing.
I
I miss believing in Santa.
miss
Somebody
Santa.
should just we should just elect the Santa.
How long did you believe in Santa?
Oh, I don't, hold on for that one.
Okay.
Maybe hold on.
Okay,
Wait,
okay,
my wife's family would open presents like at her like aunt's house, I think.
Interesting,
And
yeah,
I
okay.
thought about divorcing her because of it.
Like always? Yeah, it's just too much.
I think they would do that, and I'm
Like
All
the
the
night
actual
before, like
like,
everything?
I don't think from Santa,
Like
but I
Santa
think
stopped by
they were
early?
like midnight. They'd start opening presents, and I was like, I gotta.
Oh, no, I don't like
can't.
that.
No,
I
it's
don't
gotta
like
be-
that.
And logistically,
No,
like
it's Christmas morning.
when did Santa get there?
Right.
Or how
Oh,
did Santa know
when
to
was
drop
he here?
those
I would have
gifts
too many
off at your
questions.
aunt's house?
I don't think it was Santa gifts though.
I was always trying to poke holes in Santa, but I still believed it fully. Like I would be like,
Right.
I would make up an excuse, like, oh, he must come. Like I would check the clock. I'd be like awake all night. I'd be like, all right, well, I went downstairs at 2 a.m. and nothing was there, but if I go down at 5, it's going to be there. Maybe he'll be there in that in between. If I don't sleep,
Right.
maybe I can hear him. Like it was crazy shit.
I or
I wanted to catch
bargain,
Santa
like
bad.
being like, oh, that makes sense. Where you'd be like, how does this work? And then
Yeah.
your parents would give you some like bullshit answer, like, okay, that checks out.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
I think I caught my
I
dad
suppose that makes sense.
talking to the guy who actually sung at church, sung the like the hymns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, like, what are you doing tonight? He's like, oh, I think we're going to eat, but then it's gonna be a long night, you know, like all that rap until like 4 a.m. And like I overheard him say that when I was like 10, and I was like, Dad, what do you mean rap until 4 a.m.? He's like, oh, you mean, you know, like the reindeer, like on the roof, like they're rapping the roof, like you're total looking at like the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm like, oh,
And you're
'cause
like,
we were
oh, yeah,
right at that
right,
like
right.
age, maybe 9. And he was like, I'm saying like when they like rap on the roof. I was like, their hooves and stuff. I was like, oh,
Totally, yeah.
You're just
Totally
incorrectly
new.
using that word the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know, so it
I
made
don't think
sense.
I mean, I was just like, I think we all knew, but I just didn't care. I wanted to buy what they
no.
were selling.
I was dead serious believed it for a long
me
time.
too,
I
yeah.
was like, oh no, this is the most legitimate thing. Magic is real. Santa is real. No one can convince me
I mean, you had
otherwise.
no reason to doubt it.
Right.
Like it was like every adult in your life that you trust was like, this is a thing that happens. Like there
totally.
was no even like enough internet back
I
then.
felt betrayed when I found out.
Yeah, is it
I was,
is
like,
it fair
upset.
game? Because the parents never tell you. Is it unless sometimes they're just fed up with it, which I worry about them.
No, mine
Say, if
didn't-
you're
mine
like,
didn't
if
tell
you're
me.
like
Like, yeah,
12,
they told
you
me-
gotta grow up.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I think
We'll
like
get there.
there's
They
a
told-
That
yeah,
is
we'll
kind
get
of
to
funny
it.
where it's like one is like he's having
Yeah.
fun, and then it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
it goes
yeah.
real
Well,
quick.
stupid
No, they
are you?
like,
So, like,
get
are you
pissed
a
at
moron?
They get pissed at you for
Yeah.
like not. That's exactly what happened. It was like it was a conversation at school, and I
think
felt
the kids in school are
stupid.
the worst.
And I was like, wait,
Man.
what? And I wasn't that old, but I still felt like what? And I came home and I was like, guys, like people at school were saying this. My parents were like, oh yeah, duh, please, you didn't think that? I was like, okay, this is the first I'm hearing about all this, and you have
Yeah.
really sold it to me my whole life. Don't now make
Yeah.
me feel bad, like because I believed what you told me. I trust my parents.
So are we
let
saving
them
the
forget.
stories of how we found out he's not real?
I think we have a question in there about age, which we can
Okay, I'll
touch
save
on.
it.
The question
Alright.
I wanted to
A little
ask,
tease for the crowd.
because
Oh,
even
nice.
to
Okay.
this day,
Foreshadowing.
so we have 5 grown adults
Yeah.
opening gifts that still say from Santa under the
For sure, yeah,
for the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like my
well,
mom's
that's
full.
just-
She also
mom will do that too
growing up.
sometimes.
Were your parents crazy because
Yes.
they wrap it in different
Yes,
stuff?
full
She
stop,
used
yes.
to she used to write it lefty. If
Oh,
we
yeah.
had this kind of paper there, you couldn't then wrap a present for your brother because it was the same
Yes,
wrap.
My
yes.
mom was so
Crazy.
good with that. She had,
My mom was too.
I don't know where she would get this wrapping paper from, like I don't know, a magic place where I'd never see
North
it.
Pole.
I would
Yeah.
never see it anywhere
Rite
else.
Aid.
Anyway, I would never see it anywhere else. It just appeared. It was from Santa. I
Yeah.
don't think my dad did anything. I asked Santa for his autograph one year. And my dad like squiggled it like a old
Yeah.
guy, but that's
That's what my dad always. My dad took care of the cookies and milk and the note. Like I would always write like some lengthy note, like "Hello Santa, thank you for coming, like you're the best." And then I would have like a half-eaten cookies, some crumbs, maybe some crumbs on the floor or whatever, and then a note where I later found out in life that my dad would just like write it with his left hand.
yeah.
And it was just it was a shitty thing, and it was like Santa. But I would pick it up and I would be like, "This Santa touched this." Like I was so convinced that it was
that's
real.
so sweet.
It was crazy.
Have you seen? There's some parents now, like our age, girls our age, It's too much. They're getting
Sometimes it's too
footprints.
much. Oh no!
They're
Please.
making
With
the elf on the
flower,
shelf,
the
like
footprints
oh,
and
yeah.
the flower and the thing.
It's
No,
like, what do you
no,
go?
no.
This is I don't want to get my kids that damn elf. There's too much work.
That elf. Have you seen the horrible shit about the elf? Like people, so they tell the kids that they're not. I've only found this out from TikTok recently. They don't allow the kids to touch the elf, but the parents are allowed to touch the elf. But if the kids touch the elf, then the elf dies and its magic goes away. And that is the message. So then there's a video of these little kids. It's like, you know, they're ranging between 3 and 5. And this 3-year-old kid is holding the elf and its siblings are screaming bloody murder, being like, he's holding it, fucking screaming as if someone is really dead. And the kid is holding it like, I don't know what to do. It's horrible. I'm like, I would never.
They're also pushing.
That would be traumatizing.
They're pushing too much. It's like, you got this kid that's growing up to kind of believe this man exists. Now we're gonna really insult their intelligence. Like this thing I bought at the store moves at night. The kids are gonna be like, all right, you had me at Santa, but I don't believe this bullshit about
what's
this
the whole
toy.
thing is that the reason that Elf on the Shelf exists is to watch on behalf of Santa to make sure you're doing the shit you're supposed to do. Like
And
it's
someone
an
made
extra,
it to make money.
It's like extra added guilt. Like why can't they just believe that Santa's always watching?
It's nuts.
Did your parents
You know what I
ever call Santa Claus?
They threatened. They'd be like,
they
I might
threatened
have
to
to call
call,
Santa.
yeah.
Let him know
Threatened to
you're being a
call.
bad boy.
Yeah, I know.
But no,
You
I
had his
never
number.
like spoke to Santa or like saw anybody.
No,
you know
that's
what I mean?
usually my mom did the same thing.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was, I'm gonna call.
Threatened.
The other thing with the wrapping paper that's funny too, at like 8 or 9 years old, I mean, it was me and my 3 brothers close, sorry, 2 brothers close in age and my sister. So it's 4 kids running down the hallway in just a bowl of flesh.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you didn't move fast enough, it was literally like a
yeah.
stampede.
Yeah, you get leveled.
Like
Yeah,
let's
you
go,
get
Kelly,
leveled.
move, and
For
you
sure.
have a footprint on your fucking back
Yeah,
as
no,
I'm
for-
going to get like a fucking new baseball glove.
Yeah,
Did you guys wake
Get
up
out of the way.
early? Did you wake up early?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was.
so
My
early.
brother
Super
woke me at
early.
3:30 in the morning.
Yes,
But we didn't-
my parents would like get pissed. Like I would go into my parents' room and be like, you know, I would go downstairs first, see if Santa came. He did, so I'd run back upstairs and be like, Santa came, and they'd be like, oh, it's 4 in the morning. Like well, you can do whatever you want, but we'll be down later. And then I would just go down and play with all my shit.
I got my 8 hours.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I needed my 8
No,
hours.
Oh,
no,
really?
no.
You're
But like
one of those
the
kids?
No, no,
present
no.
could be fucking ticking.
Wait, you'd open them without your parents?
They would be open because
Oh, 'cause they didn't
when
wrap
I was
them.
young,
You're right, you're
I
right,
couldn't
yeah.
open the ones that they had wrapped, but there were
That's
other
right.
ones from Santa
Yeah,
that weren't
my
wrapped.
friend
and
Joe
I would
was
be
like
oh my
that.
god.
Nothing was wrapped.
Or I
from
would just
Santa.
stare at them and wait for them to come downstairs, and as soon as they did, then I would open
My
it.
dad said that was the first time he heard my grandfather say "fuck" when he had to put together the Bobby Dream House in 1972 or something like that.
There was a legitimate
funny.
there's like a legitimate vibe in the air Christmas morning. When
Yeah.
you wake up, like even as an
course.
adult
Yeah.
today, like even though I know I'm just going downstairs to my parents and opening up like Zyrtec and Pepsid at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
there's still a buzz, like a palpable buzz of like it's
yeah.
Christmas.
I agree.
yeah.
Do you guys do matching PJs and stuff?
No.
Not really.
No, we do matching PJs. My mom's very into it.
I could.
She gets
You
us
look like
all.
a matching PJ.
We're a matching PJ
gal.
family, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But we were like, we were just running and grabbing whatever was there. To that point of like wrapping different things and writing it lefty, like, oh, we're gonna notice this and that. The fucking thing.
Okay, that you never even see it.
They could have made a ticking bomb on this thing, and I'd just be like,
Yeah.
Xbox. Like, all right, here we go. Like,
Did your
who
siblings-
cares? We'll deal with that
Xbox
later.
Did your
Like,
siblings get
Yeah.
different wrapping paper, or was it the same?
uh,
do that now.
no,
their
it just
do
was
that
kind
now.
of spread
They write their
everywhere.
names on it.
Yeah.
We all have
that's how it
different
would work?
different paper now. It's like it's just myself and my brother, and it would be me and my brother have one thing, my dad has another, and then my mom would have like a totally different. Because my dad would get that mostly.
Do you like stacking them all in an area? So, like, as adults now, like, you come down and it's all Kelly, or you just like the big mosh pit?
No, we do.
I kinda
It's
still like the
sections.
digging.
It's sections.
Yeah.
It's like these are all Sam's, these are all mine, these
Yeah,
are my
I
dad's,
still
these
kinda
are
like
my
the
mom's.
digging,
But my mom has gotten very into like coordinating it with the decor. You know what I mean? So it's like there's the tree, and the tree looks really nice, but then the wrapping paper looks good with the yeah. It's an OCD house for sure.
yeah.
Gotta be careful with that.
Tommy,
Yeah,
let it
yeah.
rip.
Best Christmas movie.
Ooh, great question. It depends because I feel like I have different categories of
question.
Christmas movie. Like I have the, little kid cartoon Christmas, the Grinch, all that. Then I have funny stuff like Four Christmases. I fucking love that movie. And then I have like
Underrated movie.
so underrated.
Yes.
And then I have like rom-com Christmas, The Holiday. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I don't think I could decide between those three.
Yeah, I like the categories. If I was going to break it up as a kid, I liked Santa Claus is Coming to Town when they explain the
Love-
whole type thing, even though it's set in claymation.
Wait, that's
No, but those are classic. Those
Classic
are all
as a kid.
classic. All of them are good.
Then, as a middle kid, even through high school, I would go Home Alone. We were laughing about it on the show
Home Alone's great.
today, which is now a week old. But when they send the cops in that movie are just complete assholes.
Yeah, of
KFC has
They
written
got
a
sick
thing.
jackets though. Those other jackets are
Oh,
nice.
awesome! With he's written about like all the assholes in Home Alone, Uncle Frank, all the people, and then the cops just being like, tell them count their kids again. Like it's just unbelievable. They could care less.
It's so
about that.
so negligent. Like everyone is so negligent in that movie.
And then overall, I would say it's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
God.
every year you have to watch.
I don't
It's a
know.
Wonderful
I
Life.
You think it's overrated?
Okay, hold on.
No, it's
how
so
old were you when you
good.
first saw that movie?
14 maybe.
I first saw it like 2 years ago, and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
No
Really?
shit, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just
Wow.
You can't even get into it.
There's
like,
usually in a narrative structure, something happens where the character wants to change.
Yeah.
He just changes, and nothing really ever happens.
No,
Well,
he
nobody knows
realizes
who he
how
is.
important his life is.
But what? But because he almost fell off the bridge, the car accident or whatever.
No, remember, he goes back to town and nobody knows who he is. He doesn't have his kids, his family, nothing. He's alone.
happen
Don't you see,
Doesn't it
George?
happen really
One
quickly?
man's
Yeah.
life touches so many
Right,
others.
right,
He
right.
saved his brother.
Fast?
Yes,
I don't know.
they
It does
do
happen
wrap it
kinda
up pretty
fast,
quick.
you're right.
I
He
feel like it
saved,
happens too quickly. Like
he
he
saved
does,
his brother's
like-
life. He
It's like,
saved the town. He
Yeah.
built all the houses for the people.
In, like,
he
5
met
minutes.
Mary. He had the kids.
I get it.
Yes, they
all
kind of
happens
wrap that
quick.
up. But what the important part is showing all that stuff in his life.
Yes.
So they show
But
how
then
important
when
his
he
life
fixes it, he comes back and then everything is normal again and they're all, Daddy, running into his arms and
Right.
he's like freaking out, like, I can't believe I almost
Yeah,
lost all this.
It's
by,
a Beautiful Life, a different movie.
It's a
was.
Wonderful,
It's a Wonderful
Life.
Life.
There's no Beautiful
Are you
Life?
thinking of A Beautiful Mind?
Beautiful, yeah.
That's
I don't know
not
if I saw some classic black and white Christmas movie when I was like
It's a
12.
Wonderful
It
Life.
might have been It's a
I'm
Wonderful
sure
Life.
it's that. That's
Forgettable.
Like,
Plus,
that's
I mean,
like the one.
It's karma. He bailed all those people out.
Yeah.
They send the thing.
I think Click did it better.
Click is a classic. Click is
Click is a
low-key the
great movie.
saddest movie. of all
No, it's so sad.
I hated the end. Oh my god.
It's so sad. It's
Saw that in
devastating.
theaters.
I
Wait.
would say the cartoon Rudolph. I don't know, maybe
Oh
if
my
I'm
god,
too
yeah,
young.
it's so good. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, yeah.
But like the cartoon one, there's like not the claymation.
Okay.
How
There's
old
like
are
a
you?
I don't know if I know
I'm
the-
27.
I don't know if I know the cartoon.
There's a cartoon
Yeah,
one
you saw that at like a
came out.
McDonald's or something.
I feel like when I was like 4,
Huh.
and it's
Yeah.
got the Paul McCartney "Wonderful Christmas Time,"
Okay.
and
Dude,
so
I
I
do
love
love
that.
that.
And then
It's
the,
pretty good.
the Christmas movie I still watch every year with my dad. We still watch The Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Of course, Jim Carrey Grinch.
I don't know if I've
I to
seen
the
that
point
all
where I
the
We
way
do
almost
through.
know
both.
all
We
the
do
words.
Jim Carrey Grinch and
I don't think I
Cartoon Grinch.
have.
Bro, he
I'll check
deserves
it
an
out.
Oscar
What?
for that.
He
Yeah.
really does.
You've not
He literally
seen-
deserves an
No.
Oscar.
He
I don't
became
Not a
know.
the
joke.
Grinch.
He is
You
so
forget it's Jim
convincing as the
Carrey.
Yeah,
Grinch.
yeah.
You
You're like,
really do, and
I'll
it's
check
also
it out.
such a great. The way
He's
that they make the
incredible
story
in that.
out of what it was,
Yeah.
like the cartoon, because the cartoon version was a staple in our house growing
Right.
up. Like we would watch Cartoon Frosty, Cartoon Grinch, Year Without a Santa Claus. That was like the ones. When Jim Carrey Grinch came out, I remember like sobbing my eyes out. It seemed so realistic. The "Where Are You Christmas" Faith Hill song, like everything was so good. I remember reading
yeah,
something
such
about
a-
Jim
such
Carrey
a
having to
good
put the yellow contacts in his eyes. It's like the whole size of his eyes. I was obsessed with it. When
Oh,
it came
yeah.
out.
I was like,
'Cause it
I
was
think
so-
5 when it
100%.
came out,
Yeah.
and I got so excited that I memorized the trailer line
Yeah.
for line. I knew every line from
Of
the trailer, and I
course.
would like perform the trailer for my family.
Yep.
Of course.
That was my.
That sounds about right.
I saw that in the theaters. My mom dropped.
Mm-hmm.
How old was I? I was like 10 when that movie came out.
10, I think, because we were the same age.
yeah.
So around 10, 10,
And
11.
that was my absolute shit.
Cindy Lou Who? Oh my God.
I'm a big Christmas Vacation guy.
I love that
I
too.
love that movie.
There's some
My
very
dad
funny
loves that
parts of
movie. My
That
dad
movie
loves
makes me
that movie.
feel like what we were just all talking about. It feels like Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I mean, Home Alone too is just.
I think
Alone's
Home
great.
Alone toe
Have you
for
guys
toe
ever
is
seen the
like-
ones the Netflix show where they talk about how like the movies were made?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Home
So
Alone
good.
story is so cool. And the
Yeah.
gym.
Fucking pool.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
know,
it's
like
crazy.
yeah. So
You know what?
What
I'm glad.
about-
I'm glad none of us said Elf. I love Elf, but
no,
I
I
think
agree.
it's become almost too basic of the
I
answer.
think it's
agree.
overrated.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to throw
think
that
I've seen
term
it
out
too
there,
many
but I'm
times at
glad
this
you
point
did.
that I can't like watch it again.
It's very
now.
funny,
Like, I
but
need
to me,
to
it's more of a comedy movie than a Christmas movie.
I agree completely.
I saw this thing on TikTok. It was, are you a warm Christmas or a cold Christmas? And it showed like Home Alone reds and greens, and then
Yeah.
it showed like a lot of whites.
Yeah.
And to me, Elf gives off cold Christmas
Cold
vibes
Christmas,
that
it
I
does,
don't
it
love. The
does.
North
The
Pole
Norwal
is
part.
where every girl.
Bye, buddy, hope you find your-
yeah,
yeah.
It's very white and just
Agreed.
like very.
You know what is
sterile.
also a cold, sterile Christmas movie? I'm now only thinking it because you said it, even though it does have Home Alone vibes, but not quite. Is A Christmas Story, like Ralphie as a kid, whatever.
That is
It's just
one
such
of
a.
those
We
things
watch
that
it
our
every
parents
year,
think it's the
but
funniest thing in the
man, I
world.
fucking
it's
love
just
that.
not. We watch it. No, I love
You
it
love
too.
it?
I love
I love
it too.
it.
We
I
watch it
fucking
every
hate
year.
that.
I'm all about the leg, baby.
They
show.
do
At
it
the
for
end,
you,
he
right?
shoots himself in the eye.
It's
like
what
it's
does
the
he say?
dumbest-
It's a major reward. It's
I
just
don't
so
know.
stupid.
They just
that I was
live
like,
like-
holy crap.
I went to the house in Cleveland. I've been to
Really?
I've been
Shit.
to the Home Alone house in Winnetka.
Yeah.
I've been there in Chicago.
No.
Wow, no.
That's pretty cool.
I bet
but,
that's cool.
man, man,
they just live like they're in a hovel.
No,
like
no, but that's the whole thing. It's the like that's
the 30s or 40s.
That's what it's like, and so you laugh about it because you're like, what the hell are these people even doing? How are they talking to each other?
Healthy debate. Should that movie run for 24 hours though?
No, healthy debate.
No chance.
No, but then
24 hours it runs on
I mean,
TNT?
that's just people from TBS taking a vacation.
Yeah, if it didn't run for 24 hours, then I probably wouldn't watch it every year. But we watch it every year because we'll pop it on.
That's when I watch it.
And it's on, yeah.
When it's on in the background.
After we're done, right? After we're done doing gifts, we're all, we're taking a nap after our big breakfast casserole, and we pop on a little Christmas.
Should there be a new Christmas movie every year?
I mean, there are, but none of them are.
Yeah.
None of them stand the test of time.
On the topic, can I say what I think is really overrated? I don't know if you guys are going to agree with this.
What?
The Santa Claus.
Oh, I agree.
My sister loves that.
I haven't seen it since so long. I remember watching it as a kid.
I haven't seen it in a while.
And not loving it, but maybe as an adult I feel creepy.
No, yeah, something's weird about it.
I don't like that the step-parents tell the kids that Santa's not real.
Where do they think the presents are coming from?
Yeah.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know. It seems a little.
I'm
with you. I'm with you.
I like Tim Allen. I like the whole thing, but something about it, I don't know. I never loved it. I should.
What's a Christmas movie, like a recent Christmas movie, one that flopped and then one that hasn't, like one that has held up?
I don't know how recent it is, but I like Fred Claus. Vince
Vaughn.
I
do too. That's a great one.
Vince Vaughn kind of owns Christmas.
There's a great score.
We
the music in that
over
movie is gorgeous.
Maybe it's juvenile entertainment, but Bad Santa is elite.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Bro,
yeah.
I know. That is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
A friend of mine had it on DVD.
This is the Billy Bob Thornton one?
And he's like, you gotta watch it. I think we watched
funny.
it in I don't think it came out around Christmas, or if it did, I remember watching it in April and pissing my pants.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
Unreal.
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton as a scumbag is like
somebody thought of that idea is just brilliant. Just like the person who thought to put Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker together is they're just brilliant. Whoever thought of that movie of this dirtbag mall Santa. And that movie is just his opening monologue in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I always forget. I don't know. I never watched. It came out in April, right?
Maybe. I just remember watching. Yeah, I remember watching it when it was
I don't know
warm.
when it came out, but I do remember not seeing it around Christmas time the first time I saw it. So it might not have come out on Christmas. But I do think
that's an old.
Tommy wants wholesome. That's not wholesome.
But it's kind of like Elf, where it's funny.
Yeah.
Just a funny movie, but it's more of a comedy than a Christmas movie.
I can't think of one that's come out in the last 15 years.
That kid movie that came out last year, Last Christmas, with Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones and Henry Golding. That was actually really sad.
Didn't even know what happened.
And cute and
There's one with
came out 2 years ago.
Who's the little Asian comedian Jimmy Yang? He's from Silicon Valley.
Yang, yeah, I think you're right.
He's in one with some hot actress.
So funny.
Nina Dobrev, maybe. It's pretty
Nina
good.
Dobrev,
He catfishes her.
Yes, and then she shows up and she gets pissed.
That sounds
yeah,
good.
I'll look
it up. You look
Sounds
up.
great.
Catfish on Christmas. Jimmy O. Yang, I think.
Catfish on Christmas. That's the name of it?
No, it's not. But that's
the vibe.
That's
he's going to meet her family or something, and
and she meets his, and they end up falling in love.
I would love to be at a meeting where somebody does that. Here's what we're gonna pitch. Catfish
Love Hard.
It's
called the Love Hard. Yeah, Nina Dobrev, Jimmy O. Yang. Yeah, it's cute.
My wife and I just tried to watch that Jason Biggs. It's on Netflix. Oh man.
Oh, the new one. I haven't seen it. Oh, it's good, bad.
A lot of those on Netflix I won't try. They look so bad that I'm like. I still think healthy debate. Netflix should have a button that's delete permanently. I am never watching Mona Lisa Smile the series remake.
Hide
delete
forever.
permanently and it's gone.
No, so agree.
Stop suggesting this to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Closed-minded.
I'll never see it when you scroll past.
I'm saying I'm not. Yeah,
done.
Kind of a not interested thing.
Done.
Yes, exactly.
They need to have music or something. You go to Blockbuster, they'd be a soundtrack playing.
Yeah.
The silence and just hearing the beep
button.
Of the button.
Well, what's annoying, the beep of the button, and then if you hover over it for too long, it starts playing the movie. I'm like, can you stop with this? Then I just get pissed off and I get off, and I won't even really give it a chance because I just don't want to hear it.
I mean, nothing is a bigger turnoff than seeing a movie on Netflix and seeing the end, where it's an original Netflix movie. It's this is gonna be trash.
I don't know when that happened. I feel like they, with shows, they really hit it right.
It used to be the opposite.
Movies, for some reason,
it was the pedigree of
quite there.
Yep.
There are a few, like I said, there are a few good ones, but rarely.
All right, Kelly, you're up.
Okay. Should I go this one?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Let's see.
Let her rip.
Ooh. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I like how you set this up. Oh, perfect. How old is too old to believe in Santa?
I knew that was the one that was coming. Yeah.
Excellent. That was great because I wanted that before.
12.
Yeah, I was gonna say 13 is a little
13 is crazy. 13's crazy.
13's crazy.
That's too
old. I think I was 9.
I was in 3rd grade.
I was having my doubts, and then actually was solidified by Everybody Hates Chris. Remember the Chris Rock show?
Yeah.
I was like 9 and I was having my doubts and I was watching with my parents the Christmas episode. And because I like loved Chris Rock, so they just let me watch it, which probably might have been too young for that. But I loved the movie Head of State, so I was like, I gotta watch Chris Rock show.
Of course.
And in the episode, Chris Rock and his siblings find all the toys, and I was like, huh, what's this all about?
What's going on here?
And they're like, yeah, like it's. But like I was kind of at that point doubting it, but that was like the official. But like there were times I'd come home and I would like just grill my parents, is Santa real? Like give it to me straight. I would start to Google it. I remember one time Googling it and seeing like, it was like some blog that was like, if this is a 9-year-old kid asking me, the answer is yes. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was a 9-year-old kid asking.
That is so
Our network's like assholes for putting that
out.
Crazy they had Google at 9.
No, I just Googled it at 9. I didn't have Google till I was, 13. Maybe?
Our network's like assholes for putting that out though, like an episode like that.
I mean, I guess the thought is like young kids aren't watching.
Watching.
But yeah, I kind of
agree. I was 3rd grade, so I was either 9 or 10, depending on the time of year. I don't really remember. And I remember it being a conversation in class, and some of the kids being like, "Yeah, it's your parents," and other kids being like, "No, it's not." And it was like it wasn't like spoiled, but some kids were being rude about it, and other kids were like, "You're lying." And my teacher went along with it, being like, "Santa is real," when I was all fine. And I came home and I told my parents about it, and my mom like being like, "Get a load of these kids like." Lying and saying Santa's not real. Can you believe?
Am I right?
And they were like, well, obviously not. And then they like literally made me feel stupid for still believing in it. I was only like, I was at 3rd grade. So I was 9 or 10.
Keep going until you
and
found
so
out.
they like made fun of me. And then they also were like, and then I started asking more. And then I was like, well, what about like Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy? And they were like, Kelly, please. Like, I was like, are you guys for real right now? It made no sense.
Once one is fake, it should be clear they're all fake.
Well, right.
Like I found out the Tooth Fairy was fake at like 5 or 6. And they were like, yeah, like that's not real. But like obviously Santa. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I should have realized like once one of these things. I don't think I actually
much.
ever believed in the Easter Bunny.
I think the older you
Easter Bunny, I believed in, but I didn't care as much about
I don't
the
think
Easter
I
Bunny.
believed
I was
in
just like, whatever, candy, that's cool. Yeah. That's
the older you get believing in Santa, the more your parents should be like, okay, we're hiring a fucking social studies tutor.
Right,
because this kid needs hooked on phonics.
Yeah, because it's like the older you get and you start to understand like geography, it's like, hold on, let me do the math.
Well, that was my main concern.
Or if you get a paper route. I feel like kids with paper routes.
I never
understood the timing.
Like,
yeah.
What are you trying to break? We got a good
It's magic.
thing going here. What are you trying to?
It's magic.
You know, we're getting fur coats for free. You're trying to stop that trend?
Yeah,
exactly. No, facts.
What's wrong with you?
That was always the conversation too, though, was. Or the answer was always magic, because I would ask questions about like timing. I would ask questions about like getting down the chimney with all the gifts. Do they make the gifts smaller? How do they all fit in the sleigh? There's a million people. Time difference. Like I had a lot of those questions.
There was a lot of questions. A logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
And I do remember I was watching. There was like a Santa tracker. And like that I would watch online.
Oh yeah,
and it would be like pictures of Santa flying around. And I remember seeing one where like Rudolph was in the front. I remember like saying to my dad like, I thought Rudolph wasn't real. Like, and he was like, oh, they must have just like put that on there for the kids who believe it. I was like, oh yeah, like idiots. How could they ever believe in Rudolph? Anyway, where's Santa?
I like Tommy's shtick or act of like acting cooler than you are. I love growing up. Even what do
you mean?
What are you talking about?
I love that. Eric, let me rip.
13 is a crazy time. You said 13 is too, that's crazy.
Well, I'm still in Eric's camp. I'm also convinced. I have a brother who's 14 years younger than me, and I'm convinced it was so my mom could keep Santa going. Like we were gonna hit that age.
That was me.
Where everybody was gonna have fun at like 14.
If you had a younger,
you sleep till 10:30.
Yes.
So it's like okay, and then you get a little bit older, you start drinking. Like there were times in college.
Yeah, we drink. We
my brother was like
drinking.
5, and like Christmas Eve, it's like we can, all right, well, let's hang out, like have a beer, like whatever. No, you got to go to bed and you got to read the night before Christmas and go to bed because he's gonna be up at like 6 in the morning, being like, and my parents would be too, like, don't you fucking sleep in, like we're going, like, and you're like, all right.
Yeah. Well, that's different. That's different. My brother's 7 years younger than me, so I still got to like play along for a while, which was nice. So we still got to have the fun with it, whatever. But I think he probably stopped believing right around the same time that I had, like the same age. I don't know though.
My friend, I think 8 was the last magical Christmas because I got a bunch of wrestling stuff. 98 wrestling was just.
Oh yeah.
So the next year, my friend Joe told me he found everything. He found all his gifts, and I just was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And his grandmother was Jewish, so my brothers told me, "Well, Joe doesn't have Santa Claus because he's
Jewish." Right. But that does make sense. That does make sense.
But then that's when that's when it. It was, but my sister's birthday is also December 22nd.
Ooh,
so
okay.
I went. She got gifts. I ran back to my brothers go outside, get Lisa's gifts. So I went outside. She, oh no, they got the gifts already. I saw something. Then she got that for Christmas.
Interesting.
And I was like,
So
you
you're putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's
okay.
Tough. That's tough.
Most awkward interaction in church.
Oh God.
I mean, I come from a very
heathen,
very Catholic
family,
so
I haven't been to church in a long time.
I mean, besides the molestation.
right.
No.
That aside.
How about this? I probably win this one even if it's a contest. I was an altar boy.
Yeah.
And my mother would sing in the choir.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow,
so
you guys are really in it.
My uncle's a priest. He married me.
So you got the whole thing.
But my family was very very religious,
That's
and
nice.
My mom would lead the choir, and I'm an altar server on altar lighting the candles, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The priest stops the mass to scream at my siblings who are all talking in the choir, which is my mom's worst. She's the most Catholic,
killed you. Yeah,
G-rated, well-behaved woman, and my brother, we're heathens and pieces of shit. So in the middle of church, he's just yelling at them about
your dad.
That's
from everything I've watched over the years with you, and even I just saw the TikTok the other day of when the Full House episode. He does a bit where he goes, Charles's father hits him, and she tells Stephanie, and Stephanie has to call the cops, and Uncle Jesse's like, because of you, no, Charles isn't gonna get hurt anymore. If anyone hurts you, call this number. And he says, him and his brother are like, do we fucking call? His dad was like,
that's
so
crazy,
where was your dad during this interaction in church?
My dad was all talk. He didn't do shit.
He wasn't.
He has a crazy temper. And he hit me a couple times growing up, but it was, now I'm like, what are you gonna do? Yeah. He would just sit there and just not at all. My mother was just mortified. But I don't know, do you guys did you go to church?
Children,
I did.
They used to reenact the nativity, and I was Joseph one year.
That's nice. That's nice.
Growing up.
We
would go every year, children's mass.
I grew up Roman Catholic, but again, the deal was I had to do everything until I got confirmed, and then I never had to do anything again,
That
which
was
was great.
my deal, too.
Which is pretty much exactly what we did. But
For
my
every
parents
Catholic
were
owner.
P&A Catholics.
But my parents were extremely lax Catholics, so we never went to Christmas Eve Mass, Christmas Day Mass, none of that.
I didn't do that either.
And so
I didn't go to church. I actually recently thanked my parents, thank you that we didn't have to do that whole charade growing up.
They just never wanted to do it.
Believe in God, but I'm not religious or
Did you have to do?
I'm not going to church.
Did you have to do the thing before confirmation where you had to go to church every Sunday though for
signed.
Get it signed and write down what the homily was. And so that was, my parents would drop me off. They'd be like, go ahead. They wouldn't just sit with me. It was so opposite.
How about I didn't even need to get those things because the priest knew us so well because I was just there.
The Catholic Church, they're very laissez-faire in what they act on and what they don't act on. It's
bro, they change. You know, a lot of these things are in our lifetime. Eating meat used to be not having meat on Friday was always.
You couldn't.
It changed it to Lent in the 70s.
Maybe the dumbest rule of all time. Pound for pound.
So that's not in the Bible or anything.
Yeah, when I became an adult,
that was
one where I was just
on a Friday.
I'm out on that.
I will say this though. So I went
half the time you forget. You go. It's like.
I mean, Christmas. Do you guys do Christmas?
I do that because
Christmas Eve we do I mean, not that I abide by it, but my aunt there's no meat on Christmas Eve. It's linguine with clam sauce, lobster, baked clams.
No, I think we have meat. I think we have.
That's why.
We have salami.
That's an Italian thing. That's not really a
Catholic.
I don't know though. I'm trying to think. No, we do.
They usually go
subs, and there's turkey salami stuff at my nana's house.
Subs?
Yeah, sub sandwich.
That's pretty good.
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
Christmas Eve. That's
nice.
Well,
my nana will have Christmas Eve, and it'll be a whole spread of all the different snacks, dips, things like that, whatever. And then for dinner, it'll be subs, and we'll all have some subs with potato salad, mac salad. It's kind of a weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's I guess a little weird vibe.
Your dad bring the red cooler?
We call them heroes.
Oh, they have their own red coolers.
Every time she checked into a hotel, dad had the
My
red.
dad would bring he still does it.
The
They
red
still do it.
cooler,
My
the igloo cooler.
I got him. I
forever.
ended up getting him a nice cooler, a disguise as a rolly suitcase, so he doesn't look like such fucking white trash going in there.
Why?
They would bring their own beer. They would be like, oh, we want to drink in the hotel room. We're not going to order room service for champagne or beer. It's overpriced. So we're going to bring a 6-pack.
It sounds like wherever he's going doesn't have room service.
No, pretty much not. Pretty much not usually. But they were notorious for that. They still do that. But so we would do. They would do. They're cheap, But they would do sandwiches, whatever, at my nana's house, and then we would leave, and always we would get. things to bring home, like, you know, leftover food, like a whole thing for us. And we would have the sandwiches in there, like leftover sandwiches. We'd go home, we'd keep drinking at home, or we'd start opening up some gifts. And then around like 11 p.m., a little slice of a turkey sub is like the best snack right before dinner. And then we do like a proper meal on
Nobody
Christmas.
did like midnight mass ever?
No.
Oh man,
my
I
dad.
tell you what, that's a vibe. You're missing out. You're talking about like
people say
midnight mass was one of those. They would leave the bars at like 10:30, 11.
To sober up a little before.
Who's going out? You go out Christmas Eve?
No, Christmas night is a hell of a night.
Christmas night, but like Christmas Eve, midnight.
Yeah,
mass.
Well, I think it was one of those when they're like adult. You know, they were adults.
Drunk at church.
There's not much going on. I don't know. This was the 70s. It was also the 70s. Nothing going on.
Oh,
nothing going on. So they said they would go to midnight mass, and it was like a little. It's kind of fun because everybody's kind of a little lubed up, you know, and whatever. But yeah, I think Christmas night's great. Is Christmas Eve the best meal of the year? You're a little different because you're eating.
No, nothing. Christmas
Eve?
My dad would say yes. He looks forward to the linguine with clam sauce more than he looks forward to anything. No. I mean, I like it, but like I like Thanksgiving more.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, even Christmas Day, like
we go to my
recently. My dad's been making like a prime rib on Christmas Day, and I like that a lot more.
I don't remember eating ever as a kid on Christmas Day.
We just eat all day.
I don't think I ate.
We just like
ham. Sometimes ham.
We do. We always do ham.
I like ham.
We do ham and like a turkey, chicken, like whatever.
I've never had turkey
whatever like bird it is at the time. Usually it's like a roast chicken, I think, on Christmas, and so just 'cause it's easier than the turkey. But we do ham as well. We do all the sides. Like it's basically Thanksgiving again, plus a few other like things put in. Which I love because I like Thanksgiving food. Like I like stuffing, I like mashed potatoes, I like all those things.
The sweet potatoes with like the marshmallows on top.
Those are good. Those are good.
Oh yeah,
I love that a lot.
Come on.
Thoughts on cranberry sauce?
Never had it.
Canned or like
Gross
jelly?
way,
never had cranberry.
Out of a
You guys
jar
are
looks
fucking
I just look at it and
No,
I'm
the
like,
jar is
that's
the best.
disgusting. I'm not eating
The
it.
jar is the
Out of a
best.
jar,
You
you
guys
still
are
see
missing
the
out.
ridges.
I will.
It looks like it's still
You know what?
moving.
This is an Irish thing.
No, I will
Yeah.
die for can of cran.
okay,
Can of
that's
cran is
No,
the
thanks.
greatest. Where it's
No,
like
I'm
literally
fake
shaped like
Italian.
jelly.
Her uncle owned a restaurant. He had king crab legs you could take fucking batting practice with one year.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pre-cracked. Oh, it's unbelievable.
That's nice. That's nice.
How many baked clams if your or if you know,
Baked
like your
clams.
sister brings a husband or a boyfriend for the first, how many baked clams if somebody would eat after a while that you would be like changing the line from like impressed to like you're disgusting?
I
Is
think
it like
if
30?
somebody eats more than
22?
that's
Oh,
insane.
I was thinking like
5.
10
I was thinking
or
5.
6
Like
or-
anything
I
more
mean,
than
depends
5.
how big, also
Six in
depends how
one
big the
plate.
platter is.
I eat 6 in one plate. I mean, there's usually like 6 dozen out there.
I think I can have 3 baked clams and then be. They're kind of big. I feel right. Are we talking about the little ones?
Like cherry stones, like yeah.
Oh
like
no,
baked
I could
clams.
probably
I
have.
was
I could
thinking
have 5 or
bigger
6 of those
I'm
and
from
be
a
fine.
pretty stereotypical Italian American family. I've never had a baked clam.
Really?
Wow.
Never
I
had
feel like
one.
you're missing out on a lot of things.
Yeah,
What do you not
No
like?
That's
can of
actually
cran,
like
no
Christmas
baked
Eve
clams?
staple.
I don't really
Yeah.
like. We don't do the 7 fishes and
Gotcha.
nothing like that. I don't really eat seafood.
Okay.
I tried an oyster once. I don't really.
I've come around on seafood entirely.
I think
I
my
used to
wife
never
has
touch it,
changed.
and
I
now I'm
haven't.
obsessed with
She's
it.
changed
Seafood's
me with
unbelievable.
everything.
No,
but
I
like,
love it. I love it.
Yeah,
It's the best.
Yeah.
that's like the one thing. I'll get into it
good.
maybe.
I will say something just came into my brain, into my memory. I went to Catholic school until I was in 2nd grade, until my parents moved to Flemington, and then I was released from that hell. But I remember as a kid in that time, we would do like the practice Christmas mass. Like we were near the church, so we would like the school was like a block away from the church, so we'd walk there every day. We'd have to do like church every day. And they would do the whole thing during the day for the students and for some parents. And there was, the pageant, whatever, the kids were singing in the chorus and blah, blah. And that was kind of magical. That was nice. It wasn't midnight, but it was
It's sad that
was
you
nice.
feel a lot of I guess like so Catholic school was like a bummer to you.
Big time.
It's
Well, it was
I was so
more-
opposite.
but I went to,
I
like-
loved it.
I think
liked
I was
it.
only there long enough. I mean, I was just always in trouble. I was always talking too much.
Yeah.
I was always in trouble. I hated the uniforms.
My
I like
mom
to express
also-
myself. Like I hated that.
My dad
It
was
felt very constricting.
my dad was not at all religious, but my mother, she was not one of these like hypocritical Christian women. Like she believes fully.
She was legit.
So it wasn't like this, the meme like I just went to church. I'm gonna go scream at a IHOP employee. Like that was, my mom was like,
Would never,
it was. I
yeah.
had like a really nice relationship with
She
her.
has like the good virtues.
It sucks that because my principal was a nun. She was cool as shit. Like I loved the priests. So I guess for me it didn't feel as like stereotypical like a movie where you get.
It wasn't a punishment. To
Yeah,
go.
I mean all my friends were there. Like it was a very like.
No, when I was at
90s,
St.
I feel like-
Joseph's Catholic School.
Yeah.
in North
Was
Lakewood,
there
New
anything
Jersey,
better than
they did
being
not fuck around there.
in school Christmas week as a kid or the day before break. And I'll never forget, my brother had a teacher who like shut the door and still had them doing like worksheets.
Oh,
like
come on.
real work. It's like,
oh, she's burning in hell right
that's
now.
Yeah,
she,
right. That's just gross
tough.
behavior.
She was tough. But that was the best.
Crazy.
Oh my
you
God.
just the whole day, like the teachers don't care. They're basically like, all right, as long as you don't light each other on fire,
exactly.
I'm good here.
They want to go home.
They were hungover from fucking Forest Avenue the night before. Like,
did you ever have teachers that would trick you at first, and you come in and they'd be like, all right, everyone sit down, like blah blah blah.
A little bit, and they
pass
were
out the papers. Do not turn your papers over, and you turn it over, and it's like a candy cane maze.
Yeah,
and it's like
party's
candy.
over.
The best thing ever. Like those were the days. Those teachers.
You
Like
didn't
I
go to
love
Catholic
being
school.
tricked
Did
like
you have like a holiday fair growing up? That was the best too.
Oh my God, I was just gonna say that.
Your dad sent you with money. And
yes,
everybody
I
gets
get
pizza.
such good. I've never been a better Christmas shopper for my family than when I was 8 years old.
At the holiday
Like
fair.
you go down and there'd be these little ceramic like things I'd buy for like my great aunts and my grandma. Like this is so beautiful.
Oh my God.
And it was also
50
cheap.
cents.
I would buy something for every person in my family. Like, I'd
like
go in with a
25
list of like literally. I would go in for like 20 people long. I was like, I have to get this right for my great aunt. I have to go my
everybody
nana, my
would
grandpa,
stay
all my
after
cousins.
school.
Ours was
extended
pretty
day.
lit too. We would have like beanies
awesome.
with like Stone Cold on them.
Oh yeah,
They had,
there
like,
were good
They
gifts.
had some shit there that was like,
Legitimately good.
I was gonna say we
gifts.
should have that for adults, but I guess that's just stores.
I guess
the equivalent.
Well, then you
Well,
I don't know. There was very
you
like
could go down to
one-off
Union
thing
Square
you
or
couldn't
whatever.
get anywhere
You can't
else.
get
You would have the
anywhere else.
extended day, and then you would come back. The whole neighborhood would come back like on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they'd they'd read all the raffles off, and it'd be like, you know, the lady doing it always was a character.
Yeah,
It'd be
of
like the $50 for hair appointments and like free
The 50-50?
change of tires or whatever. It's like, oh, Roseanne Scabelli again, like big winner.
yeah.
Like it's like every time, like they.
I didn't know my mom's name.
I was gonna say, is that what your mom's name?
Did I guess it right? I literally took a shot.
You had to have known.
I
That's your
swear to God, I took a
He
shot.
just guessed your, and also your mom that's like a
that your last
random
name?
name. Like that's
Yeah.
not like a.
What's your last name?
Stu has said it on Sports Advisor. It
That-
might have been in
Oh,
your.
you might-
It
okay.
might have been in your
Subconscious,
mind.
yeah.
That's
hilarious.
really funny. Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Agreed about that. What do you guys think about the Christmas markets that they do have in the city, like at Bryant
Park,
Park,
whatever,
Union
yeah.
Square, whatever?
I kind of like them. As long as you have freeze. The tough part is you go there and you're freezing your ass.
I was just in
freezing
Philly.
your
They have a
ass
nice one in Philly too. I
Yeah.
just had shows there last weekend.
They've gotten too crowded. Like I'll
yeah.
try to go like once a year just to see if there's anything cool, because it's a lot of like like handmade stuff, small business, whatever. So it's cute to see like all the stuff or whatever.
saw a
but it's
Bruce,
starting to get a little. People are sliding in. Like it's reminding me of like the boardwalk a little bit,
A little
where
too
it's like how
corporate
many,
now.
like how many like funky saying sweatshirt shops can we have?
Of
Like
course,
it's just a little bit like that.
Yeah, very crickety.
Yeah,
I saw a Bruce
very
Springsteen
crickety,
one. It
very
was a
crickety.
picture of Bruce Springsteen with playing the guitar, but it was all the lyrics to his songs or the titles of his songs.
Oh, cool.
Right now, and I got a Mets one. A
wow.
family walking into Shea, so it's like on the back of the guy's jersey
nice.
is Carter 8, but then everywhere else like is like Piazza and it's blue. It's like all like snuck in. It's
That's a very
nice.
like Christmas fair thing that you
Yeah,
find.
100%.
Totally, yeah.
So I'll
Now
I'll
it's
just
now
rip
it's
these
just
last two.
Amazon.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
We got two more. Let's see what we got.
Perfect.
Are Christmas lights lame? So I wrote a
No.
blog. All right,
You're
The
nuts.
best.
so they're not lame, but
Next
I
question.
wrote a blog about this today. Are they very similar to fireworks in the sense that once you've seen one, you've
No.
kind
Are
of
you
seen them
nuts?
all?
No.
That's not a bad. I don't hate that. But my
Well, you should.
argument to that is I really fucking like fireworks. Like I think
Okay.
fireworks
I also
are like
I also like
have become
fireworks.
underrated.
If
Like
there are
I
fireworks,
think
I'm
sure
like,
they're
ooh,
both
fireworks.
similar after a while, but like
They
I
have
like them
been
both a lot.
crazy over
Yeah.
the past couple of years, especially on Staten Island. It's been like, oh
People,
my god.
well, everybody has
Dikers-
access to
Dikers
fireworks
great.
now. Everybody can have
Oh,
fireworks.
fireworks
Oh,
are
fireworks.
nice.
is like-
Oh, like
Christmas
as well,
lights are
you're
crazy.
Have you ever
too, yeah.
seen Tiger
Yeah.
Heights in Brooklyn for Christmas?
Oh yeah.
No, but
worth it.
I've seen videos. I've not gone
It's
myself.
worth it.
My
I might
family,
go
my
this
dad-
year. I
that
might
was
go
our
this year.
tradition. My dad's from my parents are from Brooklyn, so my
Got it.
dad lived not that far from there. So after
Wait, your parents are from Brooklyn and then moved to Staten Island? The only people in the history of the world to ever do that?
The reverse
I think
move?
people.
No,
Yeah.
everyone does it.
Oh, I thought
They
it's- I
all
thought it's
went
the
to
other
Staten
way.
Island only
Doing that.
existed for
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
of course.
I thought it
It's
was
just
Staten
people
Island
like
to
it's like the
that bridge
like,
destroyed the great island.
yeah,
that
it's
was
like the
Staten
hilarious.
pilgrims just
That's
fucking
hilarious.
claiming land.
So like
That's
after
what's
my
on-
grandmother's
Getting
house
gangplank
on
according to
Christmas
Sports
Eve,
Advice.
Yeah.
we would drive around Tiger Heights, and that was just magical. That is the coolest. Like, but I tell you what, man, there's people who the secret's out. Like people are coming for
Well,
that
that's
title.
the problem is that I have a friend who grew up in the area and always over the years was telling us, you got to come see the lights, whatever, blah, blah. And we always said like, yeah, we'll get there. And we never did. Now, in the past couple of years, I just see tons of videos of people there, like going around and seeing the houses and all that shit. So I worry now if I want to go on like a weekend, am I going to be in like a horde of people all of a sudden?
Definitely.
That's the thing I worry about.
They have 4 buses now.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God.
Too much.
It's nuts.
I mean, it's cool though. It's cool. When you went, were you in like a, what was the dynamic?
I feel like I went in like a car with like a bunch of my friends and our moms.
Oh, got it.
I feel like, and we just drove through
And just drove through.
I'm trying to remember.
Sense.
But yeah, I mean, me and my
fine.
dad growing up would go hard, but like, we lived in a pretty, like, very modest house, so, like, we can't go too hard, but, like, there was a Christmas lights contest in our town, and one year we got an honorable mention, and that was big. We would treat it like Yankees off season, or, like, it was like, all right, we got a big, like, this is our Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about everybody dressing up the big
disgusting
skeleton, the Home Depot skeleton?
That's like everywhere.
That's like 12 feet tall, but everybody left it up, and now it's just wearing Santa hats.
No.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
There's a Home Depot Santa Claus. Literally, my wife and I just saw it. It's probably 10 feet. It's like $200. It's not that expensive.
Oh,
so
wow,
I've been seeing them everywhere.
I bet.
That's like the guy. But to Tommy's point, I despise the blow-ups.
Yeah.
Not a blow-up guy.
I don't like
the people who steal them too, and like,
that's fucked up.
What do you do?
If you fuck with people's decorations, you're an asshole.
Well,
I think that you're a real asshole, right? Why? Well, you fuck with decorations?
No, I don't fuck with decorations. I don't fuck with decorations. But as a prank, they were like close friends. But my dad had a boss who took pride in like his big reindeer, these wood reindeers, and every year Phil would find out that the boss had put them out, and the guy was super religious, like adopted somebody, and he took one of the reindeer, banging the other reindeer, and would set it up.
No.
So he'd look at, it's a harmless prank.
He didn't steal it though.
He didn't steal it, but he'd look out,
good.
and it's like 6 in the morning, he's got to go to work, and he's got the other one reindeer fucking the other reindeer out on his lawn. Like,
That's pretty good.
people going through.
It's good, clean fun.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
steal, no true
No, the people who steal
vandalizing.
My biggest
stuff,
thing
the
with
worst.
lights is the LED lights. I like a classic Christmas where like the temperature is like a yellowish.
Agreed.
These new ones now look blue.
Warm. I need warm lighting.
Not a fan.
I need warm lighting.
Yeah, not a fan. I don't want to see Las Vegas on your lawn. I'm trying to look for.
When they coordinate it with the music too. And
Sometimes that's
or
sometimes
you know
cool.
what's
Sometimes
Nah,
that's
when
cool.
people have the
I
saw
laser
Cool One the other
lights,
day.
don't even fucking bother if you're putting laser lights.
Oh no, that's lazy.
like
when
the
you put
projection?
project it on your
Yeah,
house.
like
Yeah,
it's just
I don't like
like
that.
lazy,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like,
now
that's
that's
lazy.
a house you can burn down.
Yeah.
If you see that, that's more than fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right, I'll give you the last one. Let's see what this one says.
Okay.
Phil, right there? Yeah, put it real tight.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Should we still go to the actual mall?
Oh shit.
I'm a big fan of the real mall. I think it's
I
sad
also
when
like the real mall.
there's so
Yeah.
every other day there's a podcast about how us not communicating with other humans is killing us quicker, making us more depressed. And I had some time to kill. I had shows last weekend in Philly, and my wife and I went to Cherry Hill Mall.
Love it.
And I just walked around, and I was like, I miss when Christmas was like, it was packed, but it made me sad that I don't really do that anymore because I left and was like, I'm gonna go on Amazon. I can't deal with this. But
Yeah, of course.
Well, I like it when you walk in because if you don't know where you're gonna get somebody, you can get inspired.
Yeah, oh,
so you walk in
man.
and go, all right, that's the leader in the clubhouse, and like as
Yes.
long as there's 4 on the shelf, like okay, I'm gonna check, and you come back and like, all right, I'm getting that. You know, like I love that. I
Maybe
also
I'll go to a mall this Christmas.
No, so I have
stop to the mall.
two real
It's nice.
experiences with malls that this is why I love them.
Yeah.
Every year once though, my parents would get us in the car at like 5 o'clock. My dad got home from Wall Street and be like, all right, let's go. We go to Menlo, you'd see Santa and you'd split up. Like, all
your
right,
shit
Tommy,
done,
you
yeah.
got to get
that's a
something
nice.
for Kelly.
That's a
Yeah.
nice night.
It was an awesome
That
night.
is a
You
nice
eat,
night.
you
That's
come
fun.
back at like, so it's like, Tommy, you got to get something from Kelly. All right, you go with mom and you go to those stores and you got all the bags. And your parents like send you somewhere and they're sneaking gifts away too.
Yep.
And then the other one too is, it's not officially Christmas for me until always got to be myself. Can't have anybody else. I want to walk. I go to the mall, you bang out a couple of gifts, and I treat myself with the Sarku Japan.
I was just
at the
gonna
food
say
court.
Sarku Japan.
That's when I know. By
The
myself,
best.
in between, like, and you're
Yes.
speed walking through, and you're checking out, and you're like, here we go, and I'm eating my Sarku
you
Japan.
gotta do the
I got my
sample
2
first.
bags, and I'm like, oh, always.
Get the sample and then
Always,
the meal.
yeah, and double meat for the extra
Double meat,
$1.99.
double meat. Yep, always.
So that's
Ooh,
Christmas
so
to
good.
me. I've had good experience with malls. I think you should go.
I feel like as a kid going to the mall was the equivalent of going to like a bar.
It was the only thing.
Yeah.
Like you would just go with your friends. I remember we would do
Did your guys'
pranks.
malls have the movies as well? Mine had
No.
the
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Never had one.
We would do
Bridgewater
pranks. Like
Mall
me and my
had
friends
both.
would stand as mannequins in the windows, and like
That's
as people
cute.
walked by, try to scare. Like I loved going. That's where
Me
the
too.
only
What
where
did you do when
could
you were
meet-
that age? Yeah. What else?
Yeah, you
Something
could
you do,
meet
yeah,
other
you
people,
can
other kids
shop,
your age
hang
from other
around.
towns. There's
Yeah.
no other way to do that.
Exactly. I think that the mall, I very much love the mall. I was a big mall girl. I do, though, the crowds bother me now. Like, it's hard to shop when everybody's breathing down your neck. Like,
Yeah.
you can't the mall is not a place that you can wait till the last second. I think that that's a place you have to like now is the time.
Like a week tonight,
from now is good. But if you're trying to get to the mall like 3 days before Christmas,
it might be. I mean, I don't know.
Getting to the mall like 3 days before
Actually,
Christmas,
I was there on weekends, so I can't talk.
I usually try to go like around now, like the 11th, 12th.
Weekends are always crazy.
This way, you got 2 weeks till it really gets nuts. You go by yourself, like, you know. Tomorrow would probably be the perfect. No football.
If you go if you go by yourself, you can get shit done quickly. Like you can go in and out in an hour. I know what I'm getting.
You also got to wear like a t-shirt to the mall. You can't bring a jacket in the mall. No. You got to go in naked.
You got to go in with like a crossbody purse so it's not falling off. Like you got to be very serious about it. But I know I love the mall. So I love the diversity, obviously, in the stores. I can get whatever I want. But I also like seeing how they decorate it. It's a big place. Same as like any office building or anything. Like, you know, like even running around New York, like you see these huge office buildings that have like the big wreath in the front, and they put the trees in the lobby and like whatever. The mall is kind of the same where they do that same shit. Yeah. And I just like to see what they're up to.
Would you guys ever go to malls for the Santa pictures? I did that every year.
I never took
Santa
a picture
would be
with
at
Santa.
the mall,
No,
and I'd go there and take a
the
picture on Santa's lap, tell him what I want.
I don't think we would
you told me
organize it with that, but it was like two birds,
sure,
one stone. Do you have just a collage of as growing up, like a kid just crying every year? At Santa?
I never liked the people dressed up. That was the thing that growing up, it was like, I don't want to sit with this creepy stranger. I never liked the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus. So I don't have photos like that. I don't have photos like that.
I was like, and my parents would be like, these are Santa's helpers. Like, this isn't real Santa.
Yeah, oh my God, that was the story. He works for him.
Yeah. That checks
I never got one. I don't think.
Yeah, obviously.
You never got a picture with Santa at the mall?
I don't think I did
know if we ever got it at the mall. Jeez. I'm the fourth out of four. So like, they gave up with that. They didn't even care what I was doing.
Yeah.
I think my three siblings, they might have gotten like Sears pictures, but I don't even think they did it then. We would like meet Santa at like school.
Right.
At my fair, Santa would be there for a picture.
With the, he's got the jingle jangle.
Yeah,
he's coming in.
But I don't think we didn't do pictures like that, like with the blue background, like going up the steps.
I did
you have like
pictures. I
feel like he would have something like that.
What do you mean, like
organized photos?
Like when you were like a picture of you like this.
So yeah, I would have that.
Yeah.
Did you have? I mean,
my parents said that a Christmas card this year. I was like, what?
That's
but like not like like an organized picture, just like pictures of them somewhere and a picture of me. It's like my mom was like, I don't want to write out Christmas cards this year. Like let us, and I was like, I don't want. It's
very easy to do it online now. You grab a picture from your Instagram, selfie from them, throw it on one.
Are any of you the type to text friends Merry Christmas?
No. Only my best friends, like my people I talk to every day.
I'll return, like I won't start. Like I'll never start the group chat to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Well, if I talk to people every day, like,
are we gonna get a Merry Christmas text this year?
I don't think I got one last year.
Oh, my approval rating.
He does a bunch of Merry Christmas.
I heard about it, and I didn't get one last year, and I was upset. I was upset.
I mean, I don't think did you work at the company last Christmas?
I was on paid leave.
I didn't get a text, and I was upset, and
I think approval rating.
You gotta remember, you're dealing with KFC, who's the fucking Grinch. And I save everybody's number. I put a kid in who didn't work with us, and he kind of had like he kind of got fired, which I didn't know about.
Ooh.
So I just grouped them. So in my phone, it's all Barstool. So Tommy, Barstool, Kelly, Barstool, Eric, Barstool.
Yeah.
Put them all in. I put this kid in, and Eric's like, KFC's like, oh, it's bad enough I'm in a fucking group text. We got people who don't even work here. Like, fuck you, and like leaves the thing.
Whatever, leave the chat.
So like, I think
what I will do is I'll send like one of those copy pastas that are overly sexual, like ho ho ho, like Merry Christmas, my little ho ho.
Let me come down
Santa
your
sliding
tree.
down your cock, or like something like that.
You know, you've seen those. You know that shit. With all the emojis and stuff.
Anything dirty I've seen.
Those are hilarious.
Yeah.
No, but I'll say a Merry Christmas to the chat. Well, I'm not gonna come in the chat on Christmas Day and be like, what's up, guys? We're having a normal conversation. It's obviously Christmas. I'm gonna say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, but it's just like we all know it's Christmas. Like it's not like a birthday where it's like it's Christmas for everybody.
And also,
it's not just
I don't mean like your closest friends, but like I'll get like a text from someone I haven't talked to in a while.
Random people? No, not anymore.
Oh, that's
that.
Oh wait, is it just Merry Christmas or hey, want to catch up?
Merry Christmas, bud. Hope everything's well. I appreciate it. I don't need it, or I would never.
I used to get that more in like high school.
I would never do that.
High school and college, it was
like
I better get the fucking. It was like I was collecting Merry Christmases. You know what I'm saying?
You were like,
I was making sure, like, who am I hearing from, or whatever. Those are my friends going into the new year. And like, if you didn't take the time to,
I'm very much a stay in touch with guys though.
Okay,
like I hate that. Like, or you scroll on your phone, or you see an Instagram, and it's like, oh, you know what? I haven't talked to Tommy in a long time. Looks like you just got married. Like, send that. Like, I'm always this.
That's different. That's different. That's different than Christmas, though.
Yeah.
Like we all, like you just said, we all know it's Christmas.
But around Christmas, it's an easy excuse too to like.
It's like, oh, Merry Christmas. By the way, I saw your post.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I borrow $10
Let's catch up.
Yeah, exactly. It's always ulterior motive.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like it.
Yeah.
Get gossip out. If I message someone out of the blue and I use it as and it's like, Merry Christmas, whatever. Hope all's well. Hope your family's good. By the way, I saw this. Like, I'm trying to get gossip usually. Like, if I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I'll use the holidays as an excuse to gossip 100 times out of 100.
Y'all mind if I crack another high noon?
No, yeah.
Oh,
Take
please,
it. You'll ride us out if you can pound it for the end.
I can't pound it. I would drink responsibly.
Exactly.
True, so true.
All right, so Eric D'Alessandro, I Don't Understand, available on YouTube.
Go to wherever you
live
YouTube.
shows, ericdalessandro.com.
ericdalessandro.com.
It's not on Barstool TV.
I don't think.
We had a little to do with YouTube.
Yeah,
I know. I heard about it.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's like, I watched the first 2 or 3. Are they still available? I'm like, no. How long you got? So, but yeah.
By now, by the time this is out, I think they'll be out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, local kid made it big. Very, very funny stuff.
Thank you very
I
much.
watched the special. It's
Thank
great.
you for having
Can't
me,
wait
guys.
to see it in person.
Thanks for chatting.
Thanks for my first high noon.
You're a good chat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He genuinely loved high noon.
I despise alcoholic seltzer, and this is actually. I'm not just. No one's ever gonna believe this.
Yeah.
No,
I swear to God, I do not drink these.
We have the raw footage of your first sip.
Oh, good. That's good.
Probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody's got it.
Yeah, go to Glenny's desk. You can take some for the holidays. There's like.
There you go. Does he have pear?
Yeah, he's got all.
Because I like these.
Probably, yeah.
It's part of his.
You got to go through the whole gambit. You got to try them all.
I'll try them all.
Decide your favorites. It's part of the fun. Part of the fun.
That was the Healthy Debate Christmas special. Thank you to Eric for coming in. Tommy, Kelly.
And seriously, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry
Seriously,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What are we
Have a
doing
great
here?
time. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Root for your team. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I like it.
Now, come on, now.
I switch sides
Don't be
sometimes.
afraid.
I love a Hanukkah. I love a Hanukkah
Right,
celebration.
but if
Happy
somebody
Hanukkah.
says it to me and says Happy Hanukkah, all right, respect. Like, that's your team. I'm going to say Merry Christmas.
To me, Merry Christmas, it's more like Christmas. I mean, it's a season. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas Day is the worst. Like the season is better.
Doesn't that make you the bad one? If someone says Happy Hanukkah, I'm like, what the hell? I don't celebrate Hanukkah. Doesn't that make me the? Because people, if you say Merry Christmas, they say, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't celebrate Christmas. It seems to be
when they get
the person who gets offended is usually the one who hates.
Right.
Other people.
Well, if you get offended by any
no,
wishes
if
at
you
all,
guys
you're an
say happy
asshole.
whatever.
I'll say you're an asshole. Like,
Well, I'd say it back. Like, if you don't know, and I'm like, oh, Merry Christmas, like somebody at work, you pass them whatever, bank, this and that. You're like, Merry Christmas. Like, Happy Hanukkah. Like, Happy Hanukkah. Like, I'll give it back to them.
If a Dodger fan said Happy Otani Day, I'm gonna be like, all right, good for you. You know,
let's just all get along.
What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly. So
there you go.
That was the Healthy Debate Christmas special. Merry Christmas, everybody. Like and subscribe. Check out Eric D'Alessandro and enjoy it.